Deep beneath the rugged mountains of Iceland, there are hidden places carved by nature, ice caves. These caves are long tunnels and chambers formed by melting glaciers and volcanic heat. Their walls shine with brilliant blue and white, reflecting the frozen light in amazing patterns. Every winter explorers travel from around the world to see these magical places. Inside the caves, the temperature drops sharply. The air feels crisp, and silence fills the spaces between the icy walls. Water drips from the ceiling, freezing into delicate icicles. The ground is slick with ice, and the darkness is softened only by scattered beams of sunlight. The ice caves are not just beautiful, they are mysterious too. Many people wonder what might live in such a cold, harsh place. The caves may look empty, but they hold secrets. Some of those secrets are the creatures that make these frozen tunnels their home. When you first peer into the shadowy depths of an Icelandic ice cave, it's easy to believe that nothing could possibly survive in such an unforgiving place. The darkness is absolute, and the silence is so deep it almost feels otherworldly. After all, the cold here is relentless, biting through even the thickest layers, and there is almost no food or sunlight to be found. The environment seems completely inhospitable, a frozen world locked away from the warmth and energy of the sun. But nature is full of surprises. Even in the toughest, most extreme environments, life finds a way to persist. Tiny mosses and resilient plants cling to the rocks, and droplets of water hint at hidden activity. For centuries, local myths and legends have flourished here, telling stories about strange and mysterious beings hiding beneath the ice. The caves have inspired imaginations for generations. Some Icelanders speak of huldufolk, or hidden people, said to dwell in the shadows and protect the secrets of the land. Others whisper about ice trolls, giant ancient creatures that are said to roam the caves when the winter is at its coldest and darkest. There are even tales of mysterious animals, rarely seen, that only appear during the harshest winters, leaving behind strange tracks and fleeting glimpses. While these legends spark our imagination and add a sense of wonder to the icy landscape, the truth is just as fascinating. Real creatures, tiny insects, resilient mosses, and hardy microbes have adapted to survive in this chilly world. Scientists are captivated by the idea of life inside the ice. They venture deep into the caves, searching for evidence of organisms that can endure such extreme cold. With every expedition, they discover new forms of life, creatures that not only survive, but actually thrive in freezing temperatures, using unique adaptations to make the most of their icy home. These discoveries prove that the ice caves are far from empty. Instead, they are home to some of the most remarkable and resilient survivors on Earth, each with their own story of adaptation. Deep inside these frozen tunnels, nature's secrets are waiting to be uncovered, hidden in the shimmering blue walls and mysterious passageways. The creatures that live here are living proof of life's incredible ability to adapt, endure, and even flourish in the most unlikely places on our planet. Deep beneath the frozen surface of Iceland, some animals and tiny organisms have made the ice caves their home. These caves, with their shimmering blue walls and ever-changing shapes, might seem inhospitable at first glance, but they actually provide a unique shelter for a surprising variety of life. While you might expect to see large animals like polar bears in such a cold environment, Iceland's ice caves are actually too remote and isolated for these giants. Instead, it's the smaller, more adaptable creatures that have found clever ways to survive in these extreme conditions. Among the most notable inhabitants are the Arctic fox, certain hardy insects, spiders, and even microscopic life forms. Each of these creatures has evolved special adaptations to cope with the freezing temperatures and limited food sources. The Arctic fox, for example, is a well-known survivor of the cold. With its thick, insulating fur and keen sense of smell, it sometimes takes shelter near caves during the harshest winters, using the icy structures for protection from biting winds and predators. These caves can offer a safe haven where the fox can rest and conserve energy. Some insect species, like the glacier flea, are also found in or around ice caves. These tiny creatures hop across the snow and ice, feeding on algae and organic particles. Their ability to survive at sub-zero temperatures is truly remarkable, and they play an important role in the cave's food web. Even more surprising, scientists have discovered microorganisms called extremophiles living in the ice. These tiny life forms survive in freezing water and deep cracks in the glacier's walls. They are nearly invisible to the eye, but they play a huge role in the cave's ecosystem, breaking down minerals and supporting other forms of life. Their resilience helps scientists understand how life might exist in other extreme environments, even on other planets. Each of these creatures uses special tricks to live in this frozen world. From thick fur to antifreeze proteins in their blood, they show us that even in the coldest, darkest places on Earth, life refuses to give up. The ice caves of Iceland are a testament to nature's incredible ability to adapt and thrive, no matter how harsh the environment. The Arctic fox is one of the toughest animals in Iceland. Its thick white fur keeps it warm even when temperatures drop far below freezing. The fox's small round body helps it keep heat, and its furry paws act like built-in snow boots. This clever animal is always on the lookout for food. In the winter, food is hard to find. The Arctic fox will eat almost anything it comes across: birds, small mammals, insects, or even leftover scraps from humans. Sometimes it follows polar bears or humans to pick up whatever is left behind. During the harshest storms, the fox finds shelter in cracks, small caves, or burrows dug into snowbanks. Some of these shelters are close to the ice caves, where the wind is weaker and the temperature is stable. The Arctic fox is a symbol of survival in Iceland. Its smart behavior and special body features help it live where few other animals can. Not every ice cave resident has fur or paws. In fact, some of the most fascinating inhabitants of these frozen worlds are completely invisible to the naked eye. Some of the most mysterious creatures are tiny, so small you need a microscope to see them. These are called extremophiles, and they thrive where almost nothing else can survive. Extremophiles are special because they can live in extreme environments, like the freezing salty water found in glacial ice. Temperatures here can drop far below what most life can handle, yet these organisms persist. One type of extremophile is the ice worm, a creature so well adapted to the cold that it spends its entire life inside the glacier. These tiny worms live inside the glacier, moving slowly through the ice. They wriggle between ice crystals, searching for food in the frigid darkness. They eat simple things like algae and bacteria that also survive in the cold. These microscopic meals are enough to keep the iceworms alive and active, even in such harsh conditions. Iceworms are unique. They can only survive at temperatures near freezing. If the ice gets too warm, their bodies can't handle it. If they get too warm, well, they die. Even a small rise in temperature can be fatal, making them some of the most temperature-sensitive creatures on Earth. Another group of micro-monsters are cold-loving bacteria and algae. These organisms are just as tough, surviving in the icy darkness and making the most of every bit of energy they can find. They use the faint sunlight that filters through the thick ice to grow. Even in the dimmest light, they can photosynthesize, turning sunlight into energy. Some of these organisms even glow in the dark, making the ice shimmer with a strange blue or green light. This bioluminescence can light up entire patches of ice, creating an otherworldly glow in the darkness. These tiny creatures are important. They may be small, but they play a huge role in the ecosystem of the ice caves. They form the base of the food chain in the ice caves, supporting larger animals and recycling nutrients. Without them, nothing else could survive here, not even the hardiest animals. Without these extremophiles, life in the cave would not be possible. They are the hidden foundation of this frozen world, quietly keeping the ecosystem alive beneath the ice. Surviving in the ice caves is no easy task. Animals and tiny life forms need special adaptations to handle the cold. These adaptations can be physical, like thick fur or antifreeze-like chemicals in their bodies, or behavioral, like burrowing or huddling for warmth. The Arctic fox's fur changes color with the seasons. In winter, it turns white to match the snow, and in summer, it turns brown or gray. This helps the fox hide from predators and sneak up on prey. Its fur is not just a disguise, it is also one of the warmest coats in the animal world. Microorganisms use clever tricks too. Some produce proteins that stop ice crystals from forming inside their cells, which prevents them from freezing solid. Others have slow metabolisms, using very little energy, and allowing them to survive for long periods without food. These magical adaptations are like secret superpowers. They prove that life can survive, even when the world outside is frozen and still. The ice caves of Iceland are more than just tunnels in the glacier. They are living habitats, shaped by water, wind, and time. Each winter, new caves form as meltwater carves fresh paths through the ice. In spring and summer, some caves melt away, disappearing until the next cold season. Inside the caves, the light is always changing. Sunlight filters through the ice, creating blue and turquoise colors that shift with the time of day. The floor is uneven, sometimes covered in pebbles or sand brought in by rivers. Stalactites of ice hang from the ceiling, sparkling when touched by light. This changing landscape is a challenge for any creature living here. Animals must be flexible and ready to move when their shelter disappears. For tiny microbes and insects, cracks and pockets in the ice offer safety and a place to grow. The caves are fragile and beautiful. They are a reminder that life is always changing, even in the coldest, hardest places. There is still much we don't know about the life inside Iceland's ice caves. Every year, scientists explore new caves and find new species of microbes or insects. Sometimes they even discover things that have never been seen before on Earth. Explorers use special tools to study the caves. They take samples of ice and water, looking for signs of life. In the lab, they search for new bacteria, fungi, or animals that can survive in the cold. Some findings are so strange that they challenge what we thought was possible. Many believe there are still creatures waiting to be found. Each discovery helps us understand more about how life adapts and survives. The ice caves are a treasure chest of secrets, waiting for curious minds to unlock them. Someday, what we learn here might help us search for life on other planets, where the environment is just as cold and mysterious. The creatures that live in Iceland's ice caves are more than just survivors, they are teachers. They show us that life can adapt to almost any environment, no matter how tough. By studying them, we learn how animals and even tiny microbes handle stress, cold, and hunger. These lessons are important for humans too. As the climate changes, we face new challenges. The secrets of the ice cave creatures could help us understand how to survive and even thrive in changing conditions. Their special proteins and behaviors could lead to new medicines or technologies. The ice caves are a natural wonder, full of life and mystery. Protecting them and the creatures that live inside is important for science and for our planet. Their stories remind us that even in the coldest, darkest places, hope, adaptation, and life can shine through.